here in Texas, we lose more people due to flooding than any other state in the country.
Hi everyone, welcome to the March 2008 edition of Wavelength. You know, Americans live in the most severe weather-prone country on Earth. Each year we face on average 10,000 thunderstorms, 5,000 floods, 1,000 tornadoes, and 6 deadly hurricanes. In 1999, the National Weather Service created a nationwide program to help communities, counties, and businesses better prepare for this severe weather. It's called Storm Ready. This program helps arm communities with the communication and safety skills needed to save lives and property before and during the weather event. A storm-ready entity must have a weather monitoring system and a hazardous weather plan, which includes training and emergency exercises.
Bob and Roy, this is the sign that you'll be able to set up along LCRA's main entrances, and I think you all have done so much in terms of being storm ready.
The state of Texas has 146 sites that are now storm ready, including counties, cities, universities, and commercial facilities. In our area, the city of Austin, Lakeway, Brady, Brownwood, and Bastrop County are storm ready.
Now, LCRA is the first river authority in Texas and the first commercial site in Texas to become storm ready. And in fact, it's the only river authority that we know of in the entire nation that is storm ready.
Part of the storm ready certification process includes having NOAA All Hazards Radio in place to receive severe weather warnings. LCRA has worked with KXAN-TV and HEB to place thousands of these radios in homes and businesses throughout the region. LCRA also partnered with the National Weather Service to add 9 new transmitters in the Colorado River Basin, greatly expanding the coverage area of the All Hazards Radio network. The Storm Ready certification is valid through 2011 and requires LCRA staff to meet annually with the National Weather Service to review program preparedness.
We're now storm ready. We're going to try to encourage other communities to follow suit and join us in that designation.
Like just about everything we buy these days, the price of electricity also keeps going up. Through programs like Powerhouse and Solar for Schools, LCRA and its wholesale electric customers continue to work together to help educate Central Texas students and the public about ways to conserve electricity and save money.
The unit of measurement for electricity used is kilowatt hours. And the purpose of
Since 1998, LCRA's Powerhouse Energy Investigation Program has been teaching middle school students and their families about the effects of energy use on our natural resources and the environment. Through the 2007 school year, some 36,864 students in 48 schools have participated in the Powerhouse program. Students learn how electricity is generated and the path it takes to get from the power plant to their homes.
How many people live in your house? Include yourself. 4.
That's great.
Through Powerhouse, students get a hands-on understanding of energy consumption by becoming energy detectives in their own homes. Using a walk-through guide, students work with their parents and record household energy and water use. This information is used to produce a personalized report for each family, showing patterns of energy use, their impact on various natural resources, and tips on how to conserve energy and save money.
We did find ways to save money by weather stripping and fluorescent lights and R30s for your attics and stuff like that.
But Miss Catherine has the compact fluorescent bulb.
The Powerhouse program has been an opportunity for Fayette Electric to be involved with students in all the schools within the co-op service territory, and also in fulfilling the cooperative's 5th principle, which is education, knowledge, and information.
5 tons of coal is Texas average.
This has been very rewarding, spending time with the kids and at the schools and getting to know the kids and seeing the change in their attitude towards energy efficiency after we do the program.
In the final session, students play Powerhouse Jeopardy using information they've learned in the class.
And what makes it really, really good for all parties is that, again, it's education, plus a city of our size cannot afford to do something like on its own. So with the cooperation of the school and the LCRA, we can do all this and put it together for the betterment of the community.
LCRA and 20 of its wholesale electric customers have teamed up on another great educational project, bringing the statewide program Solar for Schools to Central Texas. Since 2005, 24 of these 1 kilowatt solar photovoltaic systems have been installed at Central Texas schools through a partnership between LCRA, its wholesale electric customers, and the Texas State Energy Conservation Office. The solar array is tied into the school's electric system, and students can monitor and track electrical output under varying weather conditions via the internet. Teacher training and lesson plan materials are also part of the package. The schools conserve energy while saving money on electric bills, and students learn firsthand about renewable energy and conservation. In 2006, LCRA's Solar for Schools program was named Project of the Year by the Texas Renewable Energy Industries Association, and in 2007, the program received the Innovation Award from the Interstate Renewable Energy Council. LCRA's McKinney-Ruff's Natural Science Center in Bastrop County offers science-based educational programs to teachers, schools, scouts, summer campers, and community groups. Now, with the addition of this photovoltaic array and soon a 60-foot tall wind turbine, McKinney-Ruff's will add a whole new component to the curriculum.
For our school children, we're going to have a program that we're calling Energy and Energy Transformation, and it'll focus on wind, solar, water, and mechanical energy, and there'll be 4 hands-on stations where the students will go and they will investigate the production of energy, the rated energies produced, and the different sources.
LCRA, SECO, and West Texas A&M help sponsor this renewable energy demonstration project.
This is the inverter, which converts the direct current electricity to alternating current so that the electricity can be utilized by the appliances in the building.
In the 2007 fiscal year, 53,000 people participated in McKinney-Ruff's educational programs.
You may not be aware of this, but nationwide, only 5% of the utility power plant managers are female. At LCRA, 2 of our 3 power plant managers are women. You're about to hear the stories of Debbie Powell and Jane Ludicky. They have remarkable stories to tell, and it's important that we remember their stories because we need to keep in mind there's always room for improvement, and that our goal is to make sure that we have an inclusive workplace where there's no barriers to success and people can rise to any position that they're capable of reaching at LCRA.
It's 7 a.m. and it's just another typical morning for Ferguson plant manager Debbie Powell and her husband Stephen, who is LCRA's facilities manager. On her way to dropping off the kids, she laughs that she has the only 4-year-old who knows more about making electricity than some of her adult friends.
We were talking about the steam plume and where's it come from, and we ended up talking about the whole cycle, about the water that goes into the furnace and makes the turbine go roundy, roundy, round and makes electricity.
With the 3 kids off to daycare, Debbie is ready to check in on her other baby, on the turbine deck of the power plant where the generators are running at full capacity.
Can you feel this? That's the generator vibrating, turning at 3,600 RPM. So this on the other side of here is generating electricity.
Roughly 100 miles to the south, Jane Ludicky is arriving at the Lost Pines power plant. After a quick change into her steel-toed boots, it's off to meet with engineers who are dealing with an unexpected problem, a leaking transformer.
If I have a transformer that's leaking that I know has PCBs in it, then I want them changed out.
For Debbie Powell and Jane Ludicky, running a generating plant is the most exciting adventure they've ever undertaken.
It's always been exciting. You never know what you're going to find at the power plant in a day's time, or when that phone rings at midnight, at night, what the new exciting opportunity or challenge may be.
They have each arrived at the top job from completely different paths. Debbie was a naval officer who spent years keeping water vessels on the move.
On the Cole, I had a really well-trained crew of technical, professional people. It's the same thing out here. The crew here has the technical knowledge and they're very professional and they know what needs to be done. We all understand the mission of generating megawatts.
Jane's path has evolved over her 24 years with LCRA.
I interviewed with LCRA at the Fayette Power Project in December of 1982. At that time, there were very few women who worked at the Fayette Power Project, and I guess I've never really looked at it like being a woman or being a guy. It's being able to survive in the power industry.
One thing that you'll notice with both of these women is that they truly enjoy the camaraderie that comes with working in the power plant.
Morning, Janice. This is Janice McGill. She's our budget analyst. This is Jim Reimers. He's one of our control room operators. This is a really small community, so everybody who works here has really grown up together.
How are you?
As Jane toured the Sim Gideon plant, she took time to praise the real heroes in her eyes, the men and women who tackle the really hard jobs, like cleaning the condenser unit.
Hey, I want to know something. Have y'all ever seen that show on television, The Dirtiest Jobs? Cleaning this condenser right here is definitely a very dirty job.
Trust me, you do not want to be in here.
Both of the plant managers are known for their candor with their employees.
Working with Jane's been great. I mean, it really hasn't been any different than working with any of the other plant managers.
Catherine Roberts is a senior engineer at the Ferguson plant. She joined LCRA just 3 years ago.
I think LCRA is light years ahead of other organizations. The culture here truly embraces diversity. It's not just talk, it's reality.
Those sentiments are shared by many others, such as Becky Thompson.
I think it's really great that women are getting promoted to higher manager positions, and I think they're doing a great job.
Combined, the Lost Pines Power Park and the Ferguson plant generate just over 1,600 megawatts of electricity. Both Debbie and Jane understand the importance of keeping the plants running as efficient as possible and delivering the lowest cost electricity to our customers.
It's a good feeling to know when the plant's running that we're making money for the company, we're bringing in revenues, we're providing a service to the community. It's cool.
The one thing that I would like for our customers to know is that there is a fine group of young men and women dedicated to keeping these units running to ensure that their electricity is delivered to their homes at the best possible price that anyone can make it.
Just a few days after we filmed this segment, Debbie Powell's husband, Stephen, who is a reserve naval officer, was called back to active duty and is now serving in Iraq. We wish their family the very best.
Central Texas is growing at an amazing pace. The population of this area is expected to double in the next 20 years. For LCRA, that means planning and building infrastructure now to meet future demand for electricity, water, and wastewater services. LCRA's West Travis County Water Treatment Plant is undergoing a major expansion which will nearly double its treatment capacity from 11 to 20 million gallons per day. When complete, this new tank will be able to store an additional 1 million gallons of treated water. When LCRA acquired this plant in 1994, it served 400 customers. In 2007, that number had grown to 4,100 retail customers.
The West Travis County area, Hays County area, continues to be a preferred area for people to live, and we've had a lot of growth that we've experienced in that area, as well as a lot of people who live in that area who now want to connect to a more reliable water system. So a combination of those two things have increased significantly the demands for treated water.
Some 3 miles from the treatment facility on the shores of Lake Austin, we find the final key element of this expansion project.
This is going to be the intake screens where the water comes from the lake
through this tunnel into the shaft where our pumps in the new pump station building will pump this water up to the plant site.
This cofferdam was built to hold back the lake during construction. Crews worked around the clock on this 50-foot vertical shaft and tunnel while Lake Austin was lowered 12 feet. This saves significant construction costs on work that would otherwise have to be done underwater. Lake Austin was lowered to help control nuisance aquatic weeds and to allow maintenance of lakeside structures.
Working on a river is a challenge. Even when we have the river down, it is a challenge for both the contractor, we see our work here, and a number of people in LCRA. We have environmental considerations, we have safety considerations. In addition to, we have to balance all these things with hydroelectric generation, our downstream flows. All these things need to work in concert together, and this is really a remarkable thing about LCRA. They're able to do that.
Plans call for water to flow through the new intake by summer of 2009. Well, that's it for this edition of Wavelength. We'll look forward to seeing you again next time.